Okay, how's everybody doing today? Fine, I hope. My name is Bruno Versaci. I'm a real estate agent with Compass, and I service Solano, Napa, Contra Costa, and Alameda counties. And we're making a video series about expired listings, what to do when your home has expired, how to put it back on the market the second time the right way. Now, if you're on YouTube, normally I have 4 other videos we did already. If you want to see those, I would normally say click here or click here, but there's nothing there because I still haven't figured that out yet. But I do have an editor. I just hired him. He's going to work on this, and by the next video, which is the last one in our 6-video series here, he'll probably have that all straightened out. In the meantime, if you want to see those other videos, just go to YouTube since you're already here, and just in the search bar, type in my name, Bruno Versaci Realtor. I'll pop up, and you can just go to my channel, and you can watch those other videos there in sequential order. So let's continue on with our video series here. Your listing has expired. You try to give it a CPR. It doesn't look very well. Then you try to figure out, am I ever going to bring this thing back to life again? And you're wondering, where's the heartbeat? Where's the pulse? I mean, it's just not there. Will it ever come back to life? Yes, that's why we're here making this video for you, because it is possible to put your home back in the market. In fact, it might even better success the second time you did the first time, okay? So before we get started though, I'd like to just review a little bit so we're all on the same page here. These are the actual thumbnails on my YouTube channel. So here's the first video we did. We talked about expired listings, okay? Yes, that's me. I'm crying for you because I feel so bad that your listing has expired. We talked about what happened, how it happened, what should have happened. Was it priced too high? Was it priced too low? We didn't play the blame game. It wasn't he said, she said. In fact, I said, you know what? Hug it out with your agent. Put it all behind you now. It's the past. Let's move forward. And we did that. We moved forward with the second video. This time we figured, okay, your home has been on the market for, 2-3 months. It expired. Things changed. This is real estate. Things change on a daily basis. So we said, have your agent figure out a new price point. Find out what's changed. Maybe you got more competition in your neighborhood. Maybe something's changed in your neighborhood. Maybe something's changed in the entire city. He'll figure all that out and come up with a new price point. He's going to use that as a benchmark for our next video, which was about inspections. Yes, customarily the buyer pays for the inspections, but since your home expired, we decided it'd be best if you, the seller, do the inspection. It costs around $500 depending on who you use, but they'll go through the house from top to bottom. And what happened is we figured out, to just give it more curb appeal, we decided, fix this, fix that, put everything together, because not only will it bring up the value of the home, and we talked about, we're just putting in $3,000 to get $3,000 out of it. We're putting in $3,000 to get $10,000-$15,000 more, brings up the value more. Now, typically, yes, the buyer will actually pay for the inspection, but in this circumstances, since your home expired, we decided to have you actually do the inspection. And we talked about inspections, what they look like, what to look for, what all the symbols mean, and then we decided, yes, let's go ahead and make the repairs. And what's cool about this is, then when the buyer comes in, when you get a buyer and he does his own inspection, he's going to find very little, if anything, to negotiate, because you fixed everything, which puts you in a much better position at that time. After we got the inspections out of the way, we went into the next video, which was basically staging. We decided, okay, first of all, we have to get rid of all the funky smells, because houses get kind of funky after a while, and even more so get rid of all the funkier smells. Some of you know what I'm talking about. After you get all the smells out, we decided about the paint. Should we actually leave the walls the way they are, or should we get a custom painter in there and give it a brand new paint job? What about furniture? We talked about that. Should we use your own furniture, or should you get a custom men's stager in there to make like a page out of a magazine? And lastly, we talked about clutter. Just remove all the clutter out of the way. We don't want a new buyer coming in looking like he's walking through a rat maze, because it's not a rat maze, it's your house. So we talked all about that, which now brings us to this video here. Pictures, how to make your home look like $1 million. Okay, so if you haven't noticed already, at least I hope you noticed, we are in a photo studio. Okay, this is my photo studio here, and I'm also a professional photographer. I've been a photographer for, 59. I started when I was 8 years old, 51 years ago. Man, I broke a century. I'm getting old. And this is my first camera, the Kodak Instamatic X15. Well, Kodak's not around anymore, and neither is this camera. I should eBay this camera, see if it's still out there. But this is my first camera, and I remember when I first started taking pictures. How do you open this thing? It's been 50 years. Give me a minute, I think. Yeah, this one here. There we go. Oh, yeah, so you open it like this, and you put the film in here. Some of you millennials are probably thinking, what's film? No story for another time. But anyway, yeah, actually it was even better. It wasn't just a film, it was actually a film cartridge. You pop it in here, close it up, give it one crank, look through it, bada boom, bada bing, you're a photographer. Well, not really that quick. It took me decades to actually master the art here. In fact, I spent almost 10 of those years in New York City, because I actually found a niche. My niche was fashion photography. I always wanted to be a fashion photographer, and I had the joy and pleasure and honor of photographing some of the most beautiful women from all over the world when I was living in New York City. Remember, some of these girls didn't even speak English, they just kind of showed up, and I also photographed men too. You know, it was the fashion industry, so it was like, you know, the ratio was 8-2. For every 8 girls I shot a couple guys, but I took them as they came. You know, a great time. It was a great chapter of my life. Then I met this beautiful young lady here, and I'm going to show you all her pictures because she got a little shy recently because she became my wife. She was so beautiful, I decided to marry her. Here we are, getting married in New York City. She obviously said yes. And fast forward about 10 years after that, we gave birth to a brand new, well, we didn't give birth, she gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, Sebastian Luciano Versaci, gave him that nice Italian name. And fast forward about 7 more years, and I just did this in my studio here not too long ago, in addition to his second grade school pictures, and that's where we are now. So this is my studio. But you know, this is a little bit of everything. What you don't see in this corner here, I have my actual my real estate business. I have my desk there, that's my bread and butter. In this corner here, I have my man cave, keep my whiskey, my cigars there, because you know, when we sell a house or close on a house, we celebrate. In fact, my clients come in here as a gift. I do, you know, portraits for them, or sometimes if they actually bought a home for me, what I'll do is I'll just pack, it's all portable, I pack it up, go to their home and do a family portrait right there in their brand new home, which is kind of nice. In this corner over here, my wife has her painting easel, because she likes to paint. Over here, I have a bunch of old camera collections. I'll show that some other time. In this corner here, I actually have a TV, a little waiting area. And then my son has this PS4 here, plays games after he does his homework, of course. So that's pretty much it for my photography. Yes, I do know a thing or two about pictures. So as we continue on, here's what's gonna happen. Your agent, he's got contacts, okay? I know he knows a guy, who knows a guy, who knows another guy, who knows a photographer, okay? Now, here's the thing. When it comes to photography, okay, he cannot hire a wedding photographer. He cannot hire a portrait photographer. He has to hire a professional real estate photographer, period.
Good morning. Today we are doing a real estate photo shoot. I've never done real estate photography before. I have no idea what I'm doing, but the client doesn't know that. They think I'm a professional because we are. Sometimes. We asked for some advice over there on the vlog channel, and let's see what people are saying. For real estate photography, make sure all the lights are on, not fans though. Highlight the kitchen. By highlight, I mean take more pictures of this area and master bedroom. Very marketable, especially the kitchen. Shoot the exterior during twilight if possible. Twilight, okay, so not golden hour. Twilight, so we might just stay a little bit extra late. Tripod height should be from a sitting height. Exterior is shot from max tripod height. Tripod height for kitchen should be in line with the bottom of the cabinet. Wow, these are actually some really good pointers.
It feels like he was like just hoping one day somebody would ask him. He's like, I got this.
Now, yeah, of course, those guys are just screwing around there, but they have a very serious point, okay? Basically, real estate photography is a specialty, okay? Not everybody can do it. In fact, here in the Bay Area, there are actually big companies that have 10, 15, 20 photographers that go out and they take real estate pictures, they take eye guides, Mataports, they do videos, drones, flyers, websites, the whole package, you name it, okay? In fact, what I recommend, if the home is worth $1 million or more, go guns a-blazing. Now, if it's under $1 million, you can just do pictures. I've had no problem just doing pictures for homes under $1 million, and they all sold very successfully, very quickly, okay? It's all about the marketing, which we'll talk about later. But nonetheless, that's how important it is to take pictures, okay? If you forget everything I ever tell you, remember this. I just forgot what to tell you. Technology will never take the place of practice and experience. I'm gonna say it one more time. Technology will never take the place of experience and practice. Do you see what I did there? I reversed it. Doesn't matter if it's practice or experience and practice. All those pictures, jeez, I'm Italian, talking with my hands. all those pictures I showed you a little while ago, that took me decades to actually master. Even when I was in New York City, I had mentors teaching me another form of photography, okay? But what's gonna happen is your agent, whatever he does, don't let him do this, okay? He'll probably come out and do something like this. Hey, Mr. Seller, check this out. This is my new toy. Make sure it turned off. And check out what this bad boy can do. It makes me coffee first thing in the morning, and I can even project 3D holograms at will. That's just great. But here's the problem, okay? These don't work when it comes to taking pictures of homes. It's just garbage. You can just forget about it, okay? Because this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna show you right now, in just a second, I'll take a walk over to the computer. I found a beautiful home. A beautiful home, I call it the beautiful home gone bad. Why? Because all the agent had to do, I'm not gonna mention any names, I'm not gonna pick on him or her, I don't remember what it was, but all they had to do is do it right by hiring a professional photographer. Instead, they decided to use their cell phone because they thought they can do everything, just save a few bucks, and look what happened. Let me go show you real quick. Come on. Okay, so let's see how this good house went bad. First of all, you can see it expired, okay? They put in the market at that time for $485,000. The time was here on February the 12th, and it went off the market on April the 16th. This right here is a concern because February, March, April, May, June, July, those 6 months right there, that's prime real estate season. It's summertime. The days are longer. There's a lot more people out. You got open houses. This home should have sold in a week. Okay, we're going to find out all the details and maybe come up with a reason why. So that's, you know, and you can see it's on the market for 63 days. DOM stands for days on market. CDOM stands for cumulative days on the market, which is the same. Meaning if there was a break here, I would be concerned. It means he took it off the market and put it back on the market. But that's not what happened. They just had it on the market for 63 days straight until it expired. What else is going on here? So here might be another concern. Now I notice that, look at some of the details here. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and it's at 1,050 square feet. That's not bad. The problem is, even though it's a real busy season, you cannot price a 2-bedroom home like a 3-bedroom. During that time, I can tell you there were 3 bedrooms going for that price, maybe a little bit higher, but they start off at that price. I would have came in a little bit lower, and then just took some really good pictures, just have the buyers come in, and then start taking offers. That would have been the better, but they went right to the top and hoping they can get what they wanted. Again, it's hot, but it's not that hot. Okay, people are still reasonable. And that's another thing. Real estate is only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. That's what makes the real estate market. Reason why houses go up, reason why they come down, is people pay whatever they think the house is worth, and that creates the actual market price. And I think they were just way overpriced, but that's just my opinion. So, what else we got here? We can see here some more details. Wonderful home. This is public remarks. This is what you see on Zillow and Trulia. A wonderful home in the perfect location. Walk to ferry. Stunning home located in the heart of Vallejo. You could not find a better starter. Charming home with beautiful flooring throughput. I think it meant throughout. Updated kitchen and bathroom. The storage shed and yard. Plenty of gardening area and a lovely front porch. Minutes of shopping in downtown. That's a perfect description. Okay, but now the house has to match what you're trying to sell, and I don't think it does. Please follow. These are what they call confidential notes. This is if somebody died, they will put this here. They wouldn't put it in the public remarks, but agents will tell their clients, hey, by the way, someone died in that house. But all we have here is just, escrow's open. Please follow, the COVID protocol, et cetera, and it's vacant. So no big deal there. So let's find out what happened here. When you try to market a house and you see pictures like this, again, we're going to talk in more detail about this next week when I talk about how to market a home aggressively, and this is not aggressive at all. I'm thinking maybe had a drone, that expensive $100, you can be your own drone pilot. But you can see the homes are not in HDR quality. I'll show you HDR quality in a second. The difference between a really professionally photographed home and one like this. The agents pretty much just took their cameras and point and shot. I mean, you can see the walls are all crooked here as you go into the house. Again, you can see beautiful home like I was just describing you. They staged it well, but look at the walls. The guy just took the camera and aimed down at it, and that is just not very professional. Why would I want to see a trash can? That's gross. Just get the trash can out of the way. You never shoot anything, especially a narrow kitchen or bathroom. I always shoot it at an angle because it makes it look bigger, number one. Number two, it just looks better, more appealing. That was just completely wrong. It's just pictures don't, look at the windows. The windows are all blown out, and then the other room is dark. I mean, again, they set a nice table. It was really staged well, but they took no care in getting this out there for a buyer appeal. What I'm trying to say is this: you have to get excited. If you don't get excited about looking at the house, they're going to push it back to the line, or they won't even look at it at all, no matter how well it's staged, because it's just not getting people. Look at this. This is a gorgeous bathroom. It just doesn't do the pictures any justice. Let me show you. I photographed this condo. Actually, this is one of my listings at the time, and it was in the dead of winter. Okay, it was just before Thanksgiving. That's why all of these on the floor. And we sold it. Took me a little bit because it was Thanksgiving. Took me 21 days, I believe it was. In 21 days, I sold this home condo for $5,000 over asking price. Okay, because I photographed the home well, and look it's nice and bright, and there's detail. And you take every angle of the living room. It was staged as well. I go with the flow of the home. I shoot the angles on the kitchen, shoot the other angle. I don't shoot straight into it. That's just not appealing to the eye. The bathroom was redone. This is also a 1-bedroom. This was actually a 1-bedroom condo, and it went out very well. And then of course, I take a picture of the facilities, the clubhouse, the pool, There's a hot tub there as well, you know, weight room. And of course, it's right by the walking trails here. And then I shot one at dusk, and that was how you do it. So right there, I mean, you can see the difference between that one there and what we were looking at over here. You know, you never shoot hallways. I don't know why they did that. You know, it just did not give it any type of justice. But just wanted guys to show you that. So there you have it. Let's go back to the video.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, I know the camera's rolling. I just wanted to give you that 3 seconds of awkwardness, okay? Do you believe that? I mean, you know, that kind of really bothers me because, you know, as agents, we are supposed to be professional. We have a fiduciary duty to you, the seller, to give it 110%. So for an agent to, you know, find out what expired, okay, he fixed that, then he goes gets a price point, then he does an inspection, we fix all of the house, then he goes stage it, and then he takes a shortcut when it comes to taking the pictures. So what's the point? It's like he just pretty much just shot himself in the foot.
We go higher this time.
In our next video, okay, we're going to talk about how to actually take everything, including beautiful pictures, and put together an aggressive marketing plan. Did you hear that key word? Aggressive marketing plan. We're not going to just, you know, do all this work and then just put up on the MLS and pray that somebody buys it. Yeah, 95% of the agents do that. I'm going to explain everything to you more thoroughly at that time and show you your competition, how it's going to look, and what your place is in on the second time. Because remember, you're going in for round 2. You have to come out just giving them hell.
We give him hell before we do.
And remember this key phrase, because this is what's going to lead us into the next video. You can have the prettiest house on the block, but if nobody knows about it, it's not going to sell. Thanks for watching.
Meant to be.